Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, TRP mixes, and fall cover crop blend. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings, timber composite decking. The office from real professional you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 Lincoln and across Nebraska, offering a number of services. Group home, you'll find the support that lives. If you're looking for a rewarding career support disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
You deserve the best. With a Liberty First MasterCard, you can pay down your high-rate debt and could save hundreds when you transfer the balance. The Liberty First Credit Union MasterCard has no balance transfer fees, no cash advance fees, and no annual fee. And with a fixed rate as low as 9.99% APR, and you choose rewards, you'll be able to manage your card your way. Visit libertyfirstcu.com. Rates and terms are based on your credit and subject to change. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings, sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Junior Achievement Lincoln inspires and prepares young success. Learn more about and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen, entire 93.7 teaming up with Husker for the Big Red Brunch. We'll have big names from now and the past from Husker sports, and that all starts on Wednesday, August 9th for the Big Red Brunch Golf Scramble at Tiburon Golf Club in Gretna. Sign up to play today at omaha.com and find the Big Red Brunch tab. You won't want to miss this on August 9th at Tiburon in Gretna.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Into the Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska national championship. Huskers beat Miami. It is history. 15-0 and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris.
25 wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Tuesday, 7-Eleven Day.
Oh, Slurpee Day.
Slurpee Day.
Slurpee Day.
Where I don't remember. I don't remember the specific deal that 7-Eleven gas stations do today, but it's something like the Slurpee.
Is there? I don't.
Do we have one still on our?
Did you not know what Slurpee Day meant?
No, I know it's Slurpee Day.
Okay, good. Because like you went Slurpee Day, like you knew exactly. And then you were
No,
like,
no,
I don't
no.
really know what they do.
No, I'm talking about. I don't think there's a 7-Eleven in Lincoln.
Isn't there one
anymore.
off 13th by that sub police stations? They changed that from a 7-Eleven?
Yeah, there's
I
no.
don't think
It's
so.
only in Omaha. I think there's one in Omaha.
I don't know. I'm trying to remember the last 7-Eleven I saw.
Well,
I've seen a Buc-ee's down in Texas before I've seen a 7-Eleven.
Well, I've seen the 7-Elevens on the dice table. That's pretty good. If it's your first roll coming out, 7-Eleven, go get them, girls.
7-Eleven Day.
Fellas, it is Tuesday. What, do we have one here, Tom? Still?
No, we do not. But Slurpee Day. So 7-Eleven on July 11th, they give their customers a free Slurpee drink to thank them for their loyal patronage and continued support.
Yeah, I don't think we have. We seriously don't have one in Lincoln.
It's too bad we don't, because Terrell would probably frequent it. That man always comes in with a fountain drink. And he leaves him lying around it everywhere. Too. It'll be 4 p.m. and you're like, all right, where does this come from? Oh, Terrell. That's Terrell's 32-ounce fountain pop.
I'm asking again. There's not a single 7-Eleven Lincoln.
No,
you guys are positive about that.
100% positive.
Put some money on that.
Nick can.
No, Raff, you're a gambler.
I'm just asking. I have no idea.
I'm a gambler.
You both go. I'm
Mr. Keno himself.
I've noticed. You know what I've noticed though? He's saying not gambling. You know what I noticed, Raff? His money clip back in the office, it keeps getting fatter and fatter. You know, because back when he was in school, you might find a rogue $5 bill.
Yeah.
Maybe a scrambled up one. Yeah. Now my man got 20s back there.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick, I
gotta stop leaving my money clip.
No, Nick, I was checking. I was like, okay. I said, look at Nick getting fat in the wallet. I'm like, he got 20 pieces in there right now, man. I'm like, okay, I see you, dog. It's like that song, man. Life is good.
We can't sing the rest of the song. But...
Yeah, we can't sing it. That's about the only part we can sing in that song. Is that Future that sings that, man? Yeah.
I don't know if that's Future or if that's
we got
Drake.
It's Drake. Yes.
Drake,
you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna clip that one part. Just go. Life is good. You know what I mean? That's Nick, because that money clip
just growing.
Is fat, man. I looked at. Okay, I didn't pay attention a few days ago. Then I looked at it this morning. I was getting my coffee. I'm like, I think Nick's been down at that what's that War Horse Casino?
Oh yeah.
I have not been down there.
You're about the
Keno.
Keno.
It was the Keno on Friday.
The Keno.
See, it came up.
It was the Keno.
The War Horse Casino, Keno.
I tried to get Raff to be a part of the Keno experience on Friday.
I know.
He was a part of it, but Raff
that's all right.
Disrespectfully declined.
That's all right. Payback coming this weekend.
Roll. It'll be
That's
me.
bad. That you're. It's a premeditated crime that you're about to commit towards me.
Not even the apology the next day, Nick, will save you from what's waiting.
I'm not apologizing.
From what's waiting for you.
I'm not apologizing, but all I'm saying is just the premeditation is bad. That's bad. That's what takes it from like.
You know what Raff felt like singing to you?
Degree.
If you don't know me by now.
Yeah, Raff's evil.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey,
What's up, Rico? How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I just wanted to come in here real quick and just say it's funny how the money clip gets fatter, but the hours get smaller.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding. Nick works a lot.
Says the fellow that was
Working.
He says the money clip got
Nick works a
bigger
lot.
and the work hours got shorter.
That's the ultimate dream, right?
It was all a dream.
Yeah. It really is.
Dream, right?
It really is.
Do less, pay more.
Speaking of doing less, somebody lost their job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much you doing today, Pat Fitzgerald?
He's got a lot of time on his hands.
No, I don't know if he does. I think he's got a lot of stuff to sort out right now.
Well, on today's show, folks, we will dive into that. We're not going to talk about, like I said, we've talked about it a lot because it is newsworthy, folks. That's what we do. We talk about news occasionally. We don't go off the rails, but that is newsworthy. They're in our conference. We've got a long-standing relationship with Northwestern since we've been in the Big Ten. That's part of it. It's not comfortable all the times, but it is newsworthy. That's things have been dominating the news, and actually, it's intriguing to me for a number of reasons. Might even have Acom come on sometime this week or next week, because one of my guy I grew up with, my best buddy growing up. We golfed with Acom just on Saturday morning. He's a Northwestern grad, so the only classes me and Acom had together at Lincoln High was like gym and lunch. Okay. He was like in a different part of Lincoln High.
Yeah, he was in calculus.
Yeah, I think
was
like
in advanced math.
No, I was not in advanced math. I think I struggled through algebra.
Oh yeah,
probably I was terrible in math. I mean, terrible. You give me English, history, debate, something like that, but you start giving me math and science, that was not my forte.
Just let me talk.
Yeah, just let me out.
Let me talk.
Psychology, social studies, I enjoyed those, but nevertheless,
Raff loved computer class because he's always on his technology there.
I think if you took
why is this always pick on Raff? I'm hurt here.
I could tell.
See the grown man cry.
Raff, let me ask you this: if someone took your phone for like 5 hours, what would you do?
I'd be fine.
Can we put this to the test?
Yeah.
So we could take your phone and get it back to you at 3:00 today.
Well, not today because I. No. Because I got.
Is it
no. I'm going to Hastings today, so
that's right.
Hey,
that's true.
If somebody took your phone on John Elway's birthday, would you be okay?
Oh, that would be a rough one. But I'll tell you what.
Oh boy,
I saw something this morning that I told.
I gotta
Rico,
be honest.
why did you
John Elway
start
story?
this?
I gotta be honest. That would be a rough one,
dude. I saw that. Elway's playing in the Lake Tahoe ACC championship this weekend, and I saw that.
Are you gonna?
I saw Whitney's there too, and I was just like, oh my goodness. I'm like, what I would give to be in that pairing.
I hope he gets a picture and sends it to you.
I'm guessing there's possibility it could happen.
And he just says, "Yeah, I know the biggest Bronco here. His name is Chris Raff.
Yeah.
He thinks you're the most overrated quarterback of all time."
Yeah, what if he just completely tarnished the way John Elway thinks?
Hey, what is that character's name in Happy Gilmore? That big giant guy that says, "I believe that belongs to Mr. Gilmore." What is that actor's name?
I don't know his name
either.
That would be Raff if he went to the Tahoe event. He would follow Elway on every hole.
Hello, Mr. Gilmore.
And we'd just be in tears. Do you think you'd cry if you met John Elway?
No, I don't think so.
If somebody took your Twitter for
Maybe.
48
I don't
hours.
know. Possibly. Gosh, I don't know. I wouldn't cry. I mean, I definitely would be like starstruck, I'm sure. I'd be like, oh God, it's John Elway. Holy crap.
Really?
You'd be starstruck?
Oh yeah.
There's not a single person I would meet at 49 that would make me starstruck.
I'm kind of past that as well for right now.
I mean, I'd be excited. Hey man, nice to meet you, dog. What's happening?
Yeah.
Bet. Good
But
career.
you've met
Let's grab a picture.
you've met everybody that you probably wanted to meet.
But even then, Raff, I really didn't care. It was cool, but they put their pants on just like I do.
Well, I get that totally, but I'm just saying it's just one of those people that you like
admired. I get that. You admire.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be. I don't know. I guess everybody looks at it different. I was starstruck.
I was starstruck when I met Shaquille O'Neal, and I don't, just Shaquille O'Neal, but I was still one of those like, holy crap, this guy's 7'1", and and he shakes your hand, and you're just like, holy cow! I was like, this dude's a.
He made you look small.
Oh, it was insane.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, nah, I'd be fine. Well, I don't depends how many drinks I had in me.
Oh boy, if you had some I've seen that with just regular people
I
before.
could throw things to the left.
I've seen Raff meet people in town that are just regular people. It's like, oh boy,
you're the greatest. That's just the respect that I have for people. I respect everyone. I love them. I love them all. Well, except for you.
Let me ask text line this. Let me ask text line. Is there anyone you would meet that would have you starstruck?
Raff.
Oh boy, see, and then he wonders why. He lights the fire.
It didn't even take him a
second. He just said Raff. He lights the fire and then wonders why we flip him so much stuff, Rico.
You're selfish.
Oh my gosh.
The first time Nick met me, he was starstruck.
Oh, hey.
We're not doing this.
We're not.
Oh.
We're not doing this.
I mean,
we're not. No,
Rico, is there anyone?
No.
Let me ask you this.
You tell the story in the worst way.
Let me hear the story.
possible.
Oh, let me hear this.
We can talk about the story off the air.
Huh.
This is you tell it. It is because you tell it in the worst way possible.
So does it get really bad?
Possible.
No.
Okay, I want to know the story.
I used to be friends with somebody in Rico's family,
And so I've met for a July 4th party. I made my way up to, this was like 16 years old. This was way back when. And
he's 22.
Oh, this is back in the 80s.
Yeah, so here, I'll bring you back in, Rico.
It's like 4 years ago.
Was it 4 years ago?
Something like that. It was
Okay,
before
anyway,
you. It was before you interned here.
Yeah, it was way before. It was a couple years. It was like a year before I interned
Yeah.
here. And anyway, I had listened to the ticket, and I knew a lot of the guys. I knew some of the guys on the ticket because I had job shadowed back when I was 14 here. And so anyway,
6 years ago.
Yeah, 8 years ago. Anyway, so I got invited to Verdigris, Nebraska, to go to their July 4th party.
Okay.
Well, I had no idea Rico was related to the people I was hanging out with.
I wasn't. They're family friends.
They're family friends.
They're friends of.
See, I'm not even sure.
So my sister-in-law is friends with the family that has this big 4th of July party in Verdigris, Nebraska. I mean, the whole family, they all know each other. But
so anyway, so I was like, I got there and then I saw Rico. And I was like, holy crap. I was kind of caught off guard because I was like, Rico from the tickets here? Like, what the heck? So then I walked up and
Rico from the ticket.
I walked up and like I introduced him. Or I introduced myself.
You're starstruck right now. You can't even talk.
Honestly, guys, it's kind of embarrassing.
No, it's okay.
No, it's really embarrassing that I took that much stock in Rico right
now.
and now he knows me.
Yeah, it's like now
you do a show together.
No, I can't. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Because at the time, I had been on the air for like 2 years. Like I was just behind the scenes for so long. I was on the air.
He would come in for like one segment.
Yeah, and he comes up and introduces himself, and he's like, I my name's Nick Sainer. I listen to the ticket all the time. Like I really like what you guys
and
do.
Then Rico completely gave me the cold shoulder.
No,
so you gave me the cold shoulder.
Was it the old beat it kid?
Yeah, no. It was
Jackson. Get this kid out here. Who's he with?
It was. Oh, that's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear it. That was it.
First time anybody had ever come up to me, didn't know how to react.
Cold shoulder.
So Rico,
from
you just played it cool.
I didn't know how to react.
He was a jerk about it.
So you're saying there was no autograph given?
Nope. Didn't know how to react. He came up.
I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. I'm sure I didn't ask for it. It wasn't like that.
You were going to ask for a picture?
No, I say I didn't. Like I never was going to.
Were you thinking about it?
No, I'm not Raff. So I
don't know about that.
Raff, you still ask for a picture with me every now and then.
No, I go for a hug and you like shun me off. You're like, oh, you get all touchy-feely. Like,
so I can understand how he thought that it was the cold shoulder.
It was the cold shoulder.
To me, that was the first time anybody had ever come up and like recognized me from work, and I was like, "Don't like this."
So I kind of caught you off guard.
But now we're kind of used to it.
Yeah.
Well, I think
now people come up to us all the time. We're like, "Hey, what's up?"
There's an underlying story with that too, though. You know what? This is all due seriousness, right? This is all serious. 6 years later, literally, you'd have your own show with the guy that
it's kind of crazy.
Seriously, man. And it shows you, man, if you want something and you're willing to put in the work, the homework, the study, etc. No, Nick, seriously, look where you're at right now.
Well, it was also funny though, because then when I started interning here about a year later, he was sitting up at the front desk when I walked in on my first day. And it was like, "Hey, how's it going?"
You were just looking at him and I go, "Hey," and he walks into Mark's office and they're like, "This is our new intern, Nick," and I go, "I know him. I've heard a lot about him."
See, and now you insult the guy daily that you admired just 6 years ago. You guys go back and forth.
You know what's even funnier is when he first started.
Yeah,
he took a week off.
No, okay, so here's
I've heard the story.
This is an intern.
This is the story. So
I appreciate the internship, but I'm going to need about a week.
I would, and shout out to Mark for this because he was understanding. So and DP's a huge part. I don't know if I've ever told this story. So there was an intern already doing the 6 to 8 a.m. show. So I couldn't take over his. I'm not just going to walk in and take his spot.
You would me.
And so they were like, so Mark goes, "Let me talk to a couple of the guys. Let me see what if we can find a spot." And I was like, "All right, cool." And because at the time I just got done working for like Channel 8 ABC doing the play-by-play for high school during COVID year for high school football. And so DP was doing the show from 11 to 2 at that time every day. And Mark asked DP, hey, are you guys good with having a production intern? And he's like, yeah. So that's how I DP, God willing, thanks to him, he basically opened up a spot. This was before he bought the station and everything.
The DP and Stevens show.
DP and Tom Stevens. And I was the intern from 11 to 2 every day. And then DP bought the station. That's when it kind of really took off. So, kind of great. But I got there and it was funny because I was here for one day and then I walked into Mark's office that afternoon and I was like, so I had already booked a 4-day vacation in Breckenridge for this weekend.
Priorities.
And I was like,
priorities.
I go, is it okay if I just go? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. You're going to be back Monday. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be back Monday. Then I woke up Monday and I had a sore throat. And I was like,
oh, little scratchy throat.
No. I ended up getting
little scratchy.
I ended up getting strep throat that week.
Voice.
That week. And I was like, this is really bad.
Hey, Rico, Nick has scratchy voice.
What?
Oh no!
The disrespect.
It was hilarious because
you do that one more time. He's playing Call of Duty the rest of the day.
This would be the earliest round of 9 holes of golf. I'll be on golf at ADHD radio show. Nick, put me on mute.
It's hilarious because he doesn't show up on Monday because he's got strep throat, whatever he has, hungover, whatever it was. I don't know.
I was 18. I was strep throat, hungover. They're synonymous.
You were 18, so you were definitely hungover.
He called it strep throat.
I was 18 and just got done with the horrible drive back from Colorado.
And me and Mark are sitting there. I go, wow, intern takes a week off and they can't even show up the day he says he's going to show up. I was like, what kind of people are we hiring here? We're giving this guy an opportunity.
I appreciate the job, but I'm not going to be here for a week. I appreciate the job, but I'm also not coming into my first day.
No, the best part was that I was here for the first day.
Yep.
And then I left. I was out for a week.
It's like, Mark, what are we doing?
Generation Z.
And now look at him.
Done.
Still taking weeks off.
I have not taken a full week off. My first week off ever will be in January.
Don says that the show is off the rails and I'm here for it. Can someone get Nick to Walgreens and get some Ole for his Nick for all those burns he's got? Actually, we have aloe vera right outside on the desk out there for us.
That's right.
There you go.
Oh, folks, on this crazy Tuesday, we like to make you laugh. Hopefully, if you laughed, you thought that the idea of Raff being weepy after meeting Elway is enough humor. Nick meeting Rico and Rico being speechless when he met.
He was getting
Nick
the cold shoulder.
Starstruck.
And there were a lot of people that would be starstruck meeting people. They texted in. We saw them.
Yeah, gave him a
We'll
shimmy.
have to read some off when we come back.
We'll definitely read some of these. Folks, it's The Drive with AD and Raff and Nick and Rico sharing background stories on the genesis of the relationship with a little tiny Nicholas. It's The Drive. We'll be right back. Talk some sports.
Sandhills Global is hiring out jobs. For more information, is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading it. Opportunities are available at our global headquarters today. Jobs.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine throughout the day. We'll see an afternoon high around 2. Tonight, showers and storms are likely to take place. We'll see a low of around 68. And tomorrow, we'll see a chance of storms early in the day to mostly sunny skies to take over the rest of the day. We'll see a high of around 90. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and our Independence Day sale is underway with some great savings. Get 0.9% interest rates and a trade-in bonus on select new models. You heard right, 0.9% interest rates going on at Cobble. We didn't want our pre-owned inventory, so right now on all pre-owned cars, get $1,000 for bringing us your trade. And that's right, get $1,000 off any pre-owned car you trade in. So stop on in the store or at couplecars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body. You go like that all in one. Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, the nation's largest John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model John Deere combines. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Are your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in their gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your net with Allo. Honest, low, hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was good.
Definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Lunch Buffet. Up to every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even better, one price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Iron Height Construction for hardworking, motivated individuals who are team players. Iron Height Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Iron Height Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironheightconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way. Bagels & Joe is a perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try their caramel latte, as 10 breeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
This is The Drop with AD and on 97 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.6. Tuesday. Get it,
Oh, Rico, you get Chick-fil-A? Nice.
You did.
Got it for yourself.
Thanks.
Didn't even shoot a text message to anybody to see if anybody else wanted some. Huh?
I go to Vegas.
You're fasting. You're fasting. I don't know.
I just do my thing.
Oh, sorry.
I got nothing for you, Raff. You're fasting and you're fasting. So I don't
usually
know
have-
why you guys get mad when I bring. I'm not fasting. I'm trying to eat.
Yeah.
You know what, man? Right now, man, it's I'm gonna ease up my fasting a little bit. I'm gonna knock it down to 3 days because
AD's now down to 165.
AD, are you fasting or something wrong? Okay, we're starting to wonder. 209 on the scale. I was telling Rav I haven't seen actually even 208 winked up there over the weekend, and I have not seen 208 in a long time. So I'm gonna keep it about two. I'm gonna say I want to ideally want to say between 209, 208, 215, but nevertheless, I'm gonna take the fasting down about 3 days a week. See what happens with that. But more importantly, guys, there is a lot of things going on in Evanston, Illinois right now. We all know that. You know that if you're just tuning in, unless you have not been listening to the news or anything with sports. Northwestern, Nick, I'm going to ask both of you guys this, Nick and Raff both. I asked Coach Bush this earlier. Coach Bush had some great points. If you're coming in as that coach, what are you doing? You're coming as the intern. First of all, it's not intern. You're just coming in as, I don't even know what they would call it right now, temporary. Not even temporary. You know, Braun, he's the former defense coordinator. He just came in January. From North Dakota. Was it North Dakota State?
North Dakota State.
North Dakota State, played football at Winona. And the guys don't really know him yet. I mean, obviously, just January, you get to know a little bit of guy, but not when there's been bullets flying in the game during the season, the ups and downs of the season, etc. What are you doing? The first thing, guys, you're the coach. What are you doing?
The first thing that I'm doing is I am setting up a meeting with the athletic director and the president of the university, and I'm asking them, are there going to be more changes? Because I assume that the reason why they gave him the position was because the coaches that had been with Fitzgerald for a while are probably under the investigation too. So they gave it to the guy, the newest guy there.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm wondering to myself, okay, does this mean that Fitzgerald's coaches are going to be shown the here soon, or what direction, where are we sitting at? Because if they go a few more weeks and stuff comes out, like say this offense coordinator or something was involved in this, well, they're going to let him go. So you're going to have to do your homework and like what am I going to do? And also what am I going to be the interim, or am I just a placeholder for the next couple of weeks?
Keeping it warm?
Because there's different avenues you have to go here, because you can look at, okay, well, who would I bring in for a new offense coordinator or a new special teams coach? Yeah. But if I'm not going to be the interim coach, then what do you do? It's a horrible situation for this guy to be in, just because you don't know. Hopefully they'll discuss with them and let him know, where you're sitting at right now.
I think it is a horrible situation based on what's happening outside of him. But if he's looking at this from a career standpoint, even if he is just keeping the seat warm, this gives him an opportunity, right?
Yeah, to flourish.
Think back to Mickey Joseph. Think back to Mickey Joseph prior to all the off the field stuff that happened with Mick.
Yeah,
right. He was in conversations. There was this kind of understanding or thought that, all right, yeah, he might not get the permanent job at Nebraska, which put the feelings aside for that, but he was going to be considered elsewhere.
Yeah.
And so this gives this guy an opportunity.
This guy doesn't know, though. That's where Mickey knew he was going to be around the rest of the year.
Well, so the way that Northwestern's probably going to,
and he knew his staff as well.
Yeah, but the way Northwestern's probably going to have to deal with this is they're probably going to hire him as the interim, and he'll be the interim head coach the entire season. And then at the next coaching cycle, they'll make a change. Hiring a coach right now, it does not, like a permanent, does not do anything.
Yeah,
you got to break a contract. Number one. Yeah. Number two, you have to. He's not going to be able to have get the team ready in 50 days the way he wants it. So they're going to have to keep him as the interim. So I think he's going to have an entire season of body of work that he's going to be able to come out of it. And if they get 4 or 5 wins, it's going to be an incredible story where he's able to hang his hat on that and say, hey, Tulsa, did you see what I did at Northwestern in that dumpster fire? hey, Tulane, see what I did? Like these group of 5 schools, it's going to give him an opportunity to show himself in that seat as the head coach.
Let me ask you guys this. Raff, you brought up a little bit too. Okay, let's say they investigate more to find out, let's say, a few of the coaches were in the know of what was going on.
Yeah.
Who do you bring in as your assistants at this point?
See, that's where it goes back to.
See, that's what I'm wondering. Like,
Well,
what do you
it's
do?
it's going to have to
Because you cannot give. I mean, say they make him the interim coach, and they
So who's the staff?
They show some other coaches to the door. So he's got to go out and find, say an offense coordinator. Well, he's going to have to go to his office coordinator and go, all right, here's the deal. I can promise you 9 months or, whatever.
I can promise you a season.
6 months. And then after that, because that if they do go out and do a national search and bring in a coach, the chances that he keeps more than 1 or 2 coaches.
If any.
Yeah. So it's a weird situation. It's
in terms of filling out the rest of the staff. I would assume they're probably going to promote a lot of graduate assistants. Going to give a lot of opportunities to analysts,
depending on who knew what.
Well, exactly. But
Yeah.
I'm saying those are easier guys to find where you can lure away a grad assistant from somewhere. And number one, it doesn't kill the program that you're leaving. So it's going to be a lot of guys that probably are getting their first shot if they do have to clean house, which seems like that's probably what's going to happen. It seems like it's probably going to be a lot of guys getting their first shot. It's not going to be pretty, but it also will give them an opportunity to kind of really boost their career and get it up.
And you're not going to get, like you said, it's going to be younger coaches that have not because like say this guy gets promoted to interim coach and say he, theoretically would say, hey, Coach Bush, you want to come up and be my defense coordinator this year? And Coach Bush probably be like, well, let's see here. You're guaranteeing me 6 months of work. I'm going to have to move. I'm going to be away. Yeah, probably not this time, because it's too much. And
seasoned guys aren't going to go over that position.
That's the thing is that's the role in life of a GA. They're going to be there. They're going to, no matter where they're at, they're going to be there 1, maybe 2 years at most before they move on. And so this will just put another feather in their cap. As sad as it is to say how bad the dumpster fire is at Northwestern, this is something that they can hang their hat on and say, I was able to just coach football with some of these guys in the middle of a national scandal that was going on.
Can you just imagine though, these boosters that gave all that money for the new practice facility and stuff? They're sitting.
The fallout is not done yet.
Oh,
it's not done yet. In fact, I know I said it just on Monday. I said he will not survive the week.
Yep.
I didn't think Monday.
Well, it needed to be done Monday.
Oh yeah, it had to be done. It didn't start by. But here's what I'm going to say from a football player standpoint, man. What Coach Bush brought up, because I'm going to go back real fast to the early 90s when we were going with a lot of the things off the field. The safest place was the football field for us. Those kids will take sanctuary in that football field, and that'll be the time they don't have to talk to reporters. They don't have to look at all the news that's going on. And we didn't have, obviously, internet and all the rest of that craziness these kids have today. The moment they get in the locker room, they can turn on their phones and see it once again. So their first football game can get here quick enough for the athletes. Administration, that's different, but for the athlete, you just want to play Rutgers right now. You just want to get on the field. You want to practice and deal with it. And there's some locker room things they're going to have to deal with too, because they're going to be, well, did you knew? And you knew that I, so there's a lot to unpack for them to deal with there. So,
and you're probably, the team's going to have to, rebond too, because you got a lot of these recruits that, are, love Pat Fitzgerald.
Oh
You're going to have some that are like, so it'll be an interesting.
They're starting over.
You got 50 days. Go get them, Northwestern.
Yeah. A lot going on there. A lot going on for sure. Folks, we'll be right back with history. And also we'll have Between the Numbers with Tom and Scott coming up on the second hour. You don't want to miss that, as they will break down all things Nebraska football, spring game, positions, etc. Because, folks, we as well are just a few days, more than 50 days away from kickoff, and even less than our first practice to start the 2023 season off. It's the Drift. Raff, Nick, AD holding it down the ticket.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing. At 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapeSupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Summertime in full swing, and it's time to get to work. Deck City City is to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Allo is here to give you the FYI. Are your shows buffering? We know why. Are your games lagging? Don't deny. Your work calls dropping? Here's the FYI. Your old school internet company can't keep up. They give it a try. Their network isn't enough. Don't get trapped in gimmicks and lies. It's time to fiber your internet with Allo. Honest, local, and hassle-free is what we stand by. Experience Allo Internet. Visit allofiber.com/FYI.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm Bob Williams, HR Director at Garner Industries, and we are looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a clean, climate-controlled, and safe environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beers, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Look at your car. It's filthy and probably has a few dings and nicks all over it. Don't be that guy. Get it upgraded and repaired at Renew Your Auto. At Renew Your Auto, they offer tons of services: ceramic coating, window tinting, paintless dent repair, washes and details, bed liners, body shop, and more. Where can you go to get services like that all in one place? Schedule your appointment today at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call 2-874 to apply. Electrical career today.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure. Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Smoked meats, amazing sides. The only problem when they fix you a plate is that at some point, that plate will be empty. But hear me out. What if that plate was never empty? That dream can be your reality with the Mary Ellen's Express Buffet. From 11 to 2 every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday. One price, all you can eat, and it even comes with a drink. Tell your boss you're taking a long lunch and get down there. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul at 29th and Pine Lake. Let them fix you a plate.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Old School with DP and J.
As long as it's taken for him to build up that program to be pretty successful by their standards and look, pretty successful by Big Ten West standards, you have to take that into accountability. You can't be an impulsive, in the moment type of decision maker, because how you handle Pat Fitzgerald could stymie you from hiring the those coaches talk.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Drive with D on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. And it's about that time, AD. Am I rapping, AD? The sound of greatness.
No, not really. Just maybe hyperventilating.
Okay, are we ready, guys?
Remember yesterday?
I'm waiting.
Remember yesterday? Remember yesterday?
No, he's not. He's just sitting there.
I was waiting for AD to make his announcement, but he might think we've already punted.
Remember yesterday? Punting down, punting again.
Yeah. Now
we already played the song, AD.
Now punting.
He said, no, don't know much about history. Don't know much about biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
That's what I'm talking about right there. The song of the doctors.
What do we got today? Say history, Raff.
History.
Goodness sakes.
History.
Are you distracted?
History, 1914.
We're just sitting there.
1914. Babe Ruth makes his debut for the Boston Red Sox in a 4-3 victory as he takes the mound.
What year was that?
1914.
That's when Babe Ruth started playing baseball?
First game today.
Man, that's nuts.
Babe Ruth, George Herman Ruth.
Well, something more modern.
We're doing history. I mean, something more today.
He went 1914. Brothers weren't even allowed in the baseball diamonds in 1914. How was that game, Raff?
It was good.
Coming in hot on a Tuesday. We shall overcome.
Oh, boy.
Well, in modern history in 2008, there's a name that we all remember. Well, Nick, you weren't born yet. Quarterback Cody Green.
I do remember Cody Green.
Cody Green.
Use a little Nicholas.
I do remember. I was bright-eyed at 7 years old.
7 years old, 2008. Cody Green was supposed to be the second coming of Tommy Frazier.
Oh, man.
Quarterback out of Texas.
No comment.
He was a dual threat, very highly recruited, and we know what happened with that.
Let's put him in on the 1 yard line for the first time he ever plays a division.
Ever.
Oh, my.
Was that at Baylor when we did that?
I can't remember the game.
Yeah, it was one of those.
He hasn't played. He's a true freshman, and they put him in on the 1 year. I'm like, no, build his confidence first. Oh, man.
That was a major, colossal mistake. Now, first of all, I'm going to say this. Every school has a number of players just don't work out one reason or another. Yeah. You know, they come in when they have a bunch of stars behind their name, and it just doesn't work out.
And no one knows better than you.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh.
If you didn't hear that, Tom Massey from Fox Hollow said, "No one knows better than me."
Jeez. You guys know where
4-star.
I didn't have any stars. Mine, it just said Aaron Davis.
Oh, no. Back then it was blue chip. Blue chip.
Well, there was no blue chips, no red chips, no orange chips. It was just Aaron Davis.
Do you guys know where Cody Green is at currently?
No.
He is coaching.
Yeah.
At UNLV.
Really?
Because in his third season at UNLV, coaching defense.
Was he under gosh, he was here for a while. Our coach that was at the Raiders, he came here with Callahan. What was his name? Oh my goodness.
Yes, he went to Tulsa after he transferred.
He did.
Yeah, he played. He had a couple of good, decent years at Tulsa.
Well, yeah. So he had at Tulsa, he led them to a 2013 Liberty Bowl victory over Iowa State, and then
he ended up having a decent.
That was in
career,
2012.
man.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. He finished his collegiate career with more than 4,500 passing yards and 29 touchdowns.
You know who the head coach at UNLV is? It's Barry Odom, the old Missouri head coach.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yep. So
I did not realize that. So Cody Green, here's what we're hoping, though. We're hoping this year's recruiting class, when we just signed back in June, we know there's going to be attrition. And that's part of it in this new day and age, this new landscape of college football. There will be some that pan out, some that don't. Some who will stay all 4 years, maybe 5, and they just don't live up to the stars, one reason or another. Injuries, et cetera, do happen. You want that to be a minimal number, but it's a new day and age of college football, as we know. Yep. So Cody Green was a good one, man. Glad he worked out from someplace else. But yeah, definitely wasn't here. But that happens all the time. What does come back, what doesn't happen all the time, it's going to start happening all the time.
I want to go between the numbers.
Between the numbers with Tom and Scott. This is going to be a regular feature, folks. Between the numbers with Tom and Scott. They're going to break down everything Nebraska football when they come back, because these guys are aficionados of numbers, stats, trends, etc. So you definitely want to tune back in with us. This is going to be a fun segment coming up. We're done talking about Northwestern, other schools. For today, it's about Nebraska football. Well, Tom's boss said he can't come very often.
Regularly once a year.
Said, you're not getting paid for that.
That's time off. Folks, we'll be right back to talk all things Nebraska football. It's Nick, AD, Raff, Thomas Scott in the house. Between the numbers, we'll be right back. Take it.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out jobs for more. Sandhills looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, the nation's largest John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model John Deere combines. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Now through July 19th, you can for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 convenient locations worldwide and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. Whether you're a newbie or a gym pro, you belong in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commit till any time. Deal ends Wednesday, July 19th. See Home Club for details.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Chevrolet GM's Independence Day sale away with some great savings. Get 0.9% interest rates and a trade-in bonus on select new models. You heard right, 0.9% interest rates going on at Koppel. In addition, we didn't want to leave out our pre-owned inventory, so right now on all pre-owned cars, get $1,000 for bringing us your trade. And that's right, get $1,000 off any pre-owned car you trade in. So stop by in the store or at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly sends a service call to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in July. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break, and on behalf of Iron 97, I'm excited to announce this fall teaming up with Husker Extra for the Big Red Brunch. We'll have big names from now and the past from Husker Sports, and that all starts on Wednesday, August 9th for the Big Red Brunch Golf Scramble at Tiburon Golf Club in Gretna. Sign up to play today at omaha.com and find the Big Red Brunch tab. You won't want to miss this on August 9th at Tiburon in Gretna.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
The Ticket Water Cooler.
Typically, you kind of think of as far as in-state recruiting as might not get the skill position players, but you can pepper in some offensive linemen and maybe a linebacker here and there. This class is led by its in-state skill position players now. I mean, you're thinking down the line, you could 3 or 4 years from now have Daniel Kalen lining up with Davon Holland, Isaiah McMorris, and now Carter Nelson. Those are all your skill position.
Keeping the highly talented, highly ranked players that are in the state with you at the home is a step in the right direction.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KXL Weather, and air conditioning, heating, electrical, and plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine throughout the day. We'll see an afternoon high of around 92. Tonight, showers and storms are likely to take place. We'll see a low of around 68. And tomorrow, we'll see a chance of storms early in the day, then mostly sunny skies will take over the rest of the day. We'll see a high of around 90. Meteorologist Kyle Clicker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome into the drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sand Hills Global on 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It's Tuesday, and it's time to go between the numbers with Tom and Scott.
Thomas, Scott, how you doing this morning, fellas? Bring that microphone closer. There you go. How you doing, fellas?
Doing good. Thank you.
Nice. Massey, how was the drive-in from Fox Hall?
I feel like I'm doing a duet, and I'm not real happy about it.
Oh, yeah, you move that microphone.
Well, guys, you're more than welcome to go in this other area over there and pull that microphone, close that door, and you can do it.
Great idea.
Yes.
Yeah, go walk on over there.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
go walk on over there. Tom,
you
you're
can
no,
stay.
you can stay. You can
So
stay.
last night
We
we
do a duet on the other room.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're just gonna do a duet on the other microphone, I guess. But
Hey, Ivory and Ivory.
I think it's how him shut that door.
yeah, go ahead and shut that door there, Scott, for us as well.
yeah, right. No one wants to hear that duet.
Cool.
Ivory and
Ivory.
Welcome to Lincoln.
That's the truth. All right, there you go. Now you should be able to hear us.
So last night, went over to Scott's and we started looking at the spring game tape, and the what we did for probably Scott, the first 20 minutes was, who's that guy?
Didn't recognize anyone. There's a lot of new numbers, but what was exciting about it is that there are actually a lot of people we don't recognize that are really athletic. It looks like there's some defensive playmakers this year on on the football team. It's it's going to take a little while, I think, for some of these guys to grow up, but there are definitely players on defense that flash. Princewell, it's Uman Milian, I think is how you say it.
That's really good.
Close.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Uman Mielen.
Uman.
Uman. Mielen.
Uman Mielen.
Well,
That's how I remember.
No, it's Princewell. Let's just
Princewell.
yeah.
I'll just call him
Uman Mielen, man.
Yeah, that guy. I haven't seen a guy at defensive end that can move down the line like he has. And this is a true freshman we're talking about. There was another guy that Tom and I noticed that this Cam Lenhart kid is playing in Ty Robinson's position. So he's another true freshman that's lining up on the defensive line. And typically, you don't see guys in their first couple of years that line up on the defensive line and actually are able to play a little bit. So
how big is he, Scott?
He's 245 pounds.
As
So
a
he's
true
got a ways
freshman.
to go. He's got a ways to go.
But he's a true freshman, though?
True freshman.
245 is not shabby as a true freshman.
No, and he looks good. He looks
Mhm.
good. And in both cases, we watched both him and Princewell chase a guy from the backside
Mhm.
and really close quickly. And we thought to ourselves, well, we haven't seen that kind of action for a while. The other thing I noticed too was at this time in the spring game, you could hear what are they called? Football pads.
Pads pop.
Yeah, there were a lot of
Yes.
you could hear them
Yes.
hitting. So, you can tell they're trying to get away from the two-hand touch stuff and cleaning up tackles and popping guys. But we spent most of the time stopping the film and saying, who's that guy? And the grizzled veteran is like Hartzog, right? And he's a sophomore,
Right.
He's the
Who didn't even play until Coach Bush put him in the game.
That's right. That was Bush.
Yeah.
Yep. And who else, Scott? I'm trying to think.
MJ Sherman is the outside linebacker. He's the transfer from Georgia. And he just looks different. I mean,
talk about him.
Well, he can move, and that's probably the biggest difference that I've seen. He looks like a real athletic guy that can run. I mean, we're talking about, this is different. We look at, there's always the different kind of outside linebacker that you think of at Nebraska. Sometimes you think of like, a guy like Levante, but sometimes you think of a guy like Stuart Bradley. If you guys remember Stuart Bradley,
Stu.
I mean, he was awesome. He was, a big, tall guy that could kind of set the edge. And I think, in my mind, MJ Sherman looks more, he's almost a hybrid of the two. He looks like a guy that can move around, that could play that outside position and hang with guys that are athletic, but he also looks like he could sit in the middle and hit people. So MJ Sherman's going to be a difference maker on this defense. Now, I think obviously people are going to have to be patient. This is a first year defense, and everybody who's played football remembers what it's like trying to learn a new system in that first season. But there are a lot of really exciting parts to look at here.
Yeah. And they're all sort of interchangeable physically is what the one other thing we noticed, that we kept getting confused. Like, which one is that? Well, I think that's what he's doing, right? He's trying to find guys that are 6'2" that can carry Raff, like 230 or 220 or 240.
Yep.
Because in that defense, they have to do a lot of different things and they have to shoot gaps, and you can't shoot gaps, if you've got concrete in your shoes.
Right.
And it'll be interesting too, going back to Cam Lenhart. 245 is what that was saying. You got to think of Summer working out and doing his thing. That might come back at 260, 265 come the beginning of the year this year.
Well, you have to also remember where Cam Lenhart played, IMG Academy in Florida, right?
Yeah.
And there's certain areas, obviously some places in California, some places in Georgia, and some places in Florida that are as close to the college level as you can be at in high school, and IMG is one of those.
So I don't know. And the other thing that was really interesting to us was offensively. I know you guys have probably talked about him, but I mean, we switch to the offense real quick.
Ooh, can I go back defense? Just
go.
Quick question. What about you talked about the new guys there? Were there any of the old guys that kind of stuck out to you where you were like, they're playing a bit better brand than what you saw when last you saw them?
I mean, the secondary is always impressive on this team. I just think those guys move around really well. It's hard. It's hard to get my head around the defensive line at this point because, Ty Robinson's not up there. Hutmacher looks like he's going to be, he looks like he's going to be really good, but he seems to tire out pretty quickly. So hopefully, they'll develop a little bit of depth there. I think of a guy that's been around, Jamari Butler was playing linebacker.
Yeah.
And he looks good. He looks like he can move, and he looks like he's really clued in and focused. And so I'd say Jamari Butler is the guy on the defense.
What
that
year
I
is
think
Jamari?
around.
What year is he going
I
into?
think
His
he's a
junior,
sophomore.
year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
he looks good.
Reimer wasn't playing.
Right.
And like you said, Ty Robinson wasn't playing.
Mm-hmm.
We lost our DNs last year, as I recall, right? Those guys aren't around.
Mm-hmm.
And so you'll see a lot of names, and we did lose some guys in the secondary. We had a lot of seniors last year.
Yeah, we did.
But we kept going back. Those were the starting guys they put out on spring games. So these guys that we mentioned, that was the one we thought it looked like the one defense, because you had everyone except for Ty Robinson and the linebacker.
And you know what, guys? The secondary is still relatively young.
Mm-hmm.
They're all young.
And they've played a lot. They're relatively young.
Dude, I think there was one senior on that whole lineup, that first team defense lineup, as I recall.
I think that's right. There was only one senior at cornerback. Maybe Buford. Was it Buford that's the senior?
Or was it Newsom?
Newsom.
Yeah. I think he was the only senior that they started. And so, it's really exciting to see all that speed out there and those guys thumping. But man, that's asking a lot, right? To have all those new faces in there. So they're really gonna have to do a good job coaching them.
And I do think that as fans, we're going to have to be patient, because these, you look at the lineup they put out in the spring game, and two of the guys on the field on the starting defense are true freshmen. That's not something that happens in the Big Ten, and it's not something that works very well in the Big Ten. So patience is going to be needed. But the reality is that it looks like there are some really good components for the future.
Mm-hmm.
And just the most impressive thing was watching the backside speed when guys would
Talk
chase
about
down.
that.
Well, just when the play went away from them, and the backside, whether you want to call it a linebacker or a D end, I guess in the traditional sense, and they recognized they didn't need to hold that edge on the backside. I mean, they chased down the quarterback. They chased down Sims. I don't remember. I think that might have been Princewell that chased him down. And at first I thought, well, that looks like a outside linebacker. Like, what is that? I had this flashback to the Terrell Farley days where you said, what happened?
Terrell,
who is that?
Terrell's listening right now, so we'll see what he thinks about that comparison.
God, that guy was amazing.
Well, okay, that point right there, and I want you both to comment on this. Now, granted, it's a spring game, but it gives you at least a snapshot of capability and ability. What did that just feel like to see a guy move like that compared to what we've seen in the past? Not knocking anything, it's just a reality. How did that feel just to see that?
It felt like 1990 something.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I like it.
You hear that, Terrell?
Honestly, though, I think one of the most exciting things I think about, I mean, obviously there are young components that are going to grow and mature in the strength program, and I think in a couple of years we'll see real development. But what's going to be exciting in the interim is that this is not a sit back and wait kind of defense. I mean, we've seen all kinds of defenses here over the last 20 years. This is a defense that's going to attack every play. It's going to blitz every play. Yeah, they're going to get beat sometimes because they're attacking and they're blitzing, but it's going to be so much more fun to watch.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm excited about, is to see guys, use their athletic ability on the defense. And I feel like for a while, we've kind of been on our heels a little bit. This is not an on your heels defense.
I never played defense, and for personal safety reasons. And, but I'm always curious to hear like Jay Foreman and Terrell and those guys talk about this notion of we'll give you some space between the 30s, right? And then we'll really lock it down when you get to our 30-yard line. And I certainly understand it in the pro game where those older players are disciplined and they understand that it's harder to score in the short field. But sometimes I wonder with college kids, it's pretty dispiriting to watch the offense just go down the field on you. And then all of a sudden your coach is saying, okay, now stop them.
Lock it in.
Yeah. And it's pretty clear this 3-3-5 is going to be a defense where they're going to attack. They're going to hit gaps. Now they're going to get creased every once in a while, right? They're going to make a safety look bad, right? Because they hit the wrong gap and the running back or whoever on a jailbreak has, open field to the end zone. But
guys, makes me think about the Minnesota game when you said running back out in the flat.
Oh, well, that's true.
Gotta go.
You know where I go though when I think of like the horrible sinking feeling is that game in Colorado where Bobby Purify and the other guy rushed for 800 yards.
Oh,
Sorry, that was a horrible flashback. You old people.
Speaking of Colorado.
Oh,
the
here we
Colorado
go.
tickets.
Colorado tickets.
Right. Colorado tickets were supposed to be, they're $500 or whatever they are. I noticed on StubHub today they're under $200. So
get your tickets.
That's the trend. You probably have another couple weeks and they'll be somewhere around $100. Get a little closer to the game, they'll be around $75 because don't forget, fans in Colorado are not actually football fans.
No, they're not.
True story.
And they also probably don't have much of a team to field. What do they have for scholarship numbers? Have they filled that roster?
They filled it. They have.
Yeah.
He's actually got a pretty impressive group. They added a rush end that's super good. They've added a couple of defensive components, and they've got Deion's kid that's going to play quarterback.
Sure.
And I know it was a different, it was Division II or whatever you want to call it, but that kid was, I think he threw for something like 4,000 yards, and he was 70% over the course of the year. He is legit. So he's going to be good.
The thing, I'm going to go to that. Dustin, I'm going to come to yours in a sec. Dustin in Lake Alfred, Florida. Going to come to that in a second. I want Deion to be successful, just not against Nebraska.
Right.
I want us to hang 80 on Colorado.
I agree.
That's where me and AD differ.
Yeah. What's that?
I don't want him to be successful. Hope he loses.
Yeah, I want him to win.
I think it'd be good for the game.
It's
to have
Colorado.
him.
I don't want Colorado to win anything.
Yeah, it's about Colorado.
I hope they go 1-11 every year.
It's not going to stay there though.
No.
Let's be real. If he wins, let's be real. If he wins at
leaves-
Colorado, it'd be kind of nice. We don't want him to beat Nebraska.
When he
but if
leaves
wins-
Colorado,
yeah,
then go get him.
yeah,
I hope
he's going to
very
take
successful.
Colorado with him. I mean,
Why is it Colorado? Dumpster fire whole time. I hope so.
I want him to win for the simple fact of what it does for minority coaches.
I agree.
Having the opportunity. However, I want him to get boat raced every time we play them, every time. And I don't care what they do after us. It's kind of like, but I want to boat race them every time we play them. But I don't like Colorado at all. So I get Raff's point. It's like, I hate Colorado. I don't care who's coach. Oh man, actually, this Raff was John Elway was coaching Colorado.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
You see how he changed Nick? Dang. He was like, why'd you have to do that? We're going to come back to that.
He's like, I love Colorado.
We're going to come back to that.
Let's not come back to that.
I'm going to get
I didn't realize AD liked Deion that much though.
No, I've been a Deion fan my whole life,
yeah.
man. I had his shoes, his cross trainers.
Everyone had the cross. Well, I did, and I didn't have that kind of money.
Well, I didn't either. A girl bought them for me. But nevertheless.
And I married her.
That look like Brooke. That look like Brooke.
That would look like
She got him the other shoes.
Yeah, the anchor weights. Sorry, Brooke. I know you're not listening. Nor is my wife. She's still asleep. Sorry about that.
Hey,
oh boy.
Real quick, Dustin.
Don't you think though that when Deion leaves, I mean, that's one nice thing about this whole Matt Rule moment is that, you talk about culture. He's rebuilding the culture, but he's rebuilding the culture as a Nebraska-based culture. Whereas I feel like the culture in Colorado is kind of all about Deion, which is cool because Deion's great. But when Deion leaves, then the culture might leave with Deion.
The new coach is not going to say this is prime time.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like you're saying, it's in Hatfield, you're spot on. It's marketing for Deion. I mean, we'd be remiss if we said anything different. It's about marketing for Deion, the cameras, etc. Everybody markets differently. I understand that. Even us, to a sense, a little bit. Frost warning, new rule in town. However, with Rule is out and about in the community. He's entrenched himself in the community, saying, "Look, we need everybody," and he's showing it more than he's talking about it, which I like. He's showing that he wants this whole state, the way they're recruiting, the pictures in small taverns and towns and, villages of, 200 people. He's taking snapshots with a glass of beer that was made in that, that brewery somewhere, So those are the things, to your point, that he's doing. Here's a quick question we got from Florida. Dustin in Lake Alfred, Florida says, when was the last time the Husker pitched a shutout? I don't know.
I have the answer.
Husker defense.
If you guys
Before
have
you say it, before you guys know it, I have no idea.
Any
you guys
guesses?
think about it before you name it, Nick, because Dustin and I have no idea.
It has to be during the Bush administration. That's.
I knew we were going there.
I mean, and I'm not even sure if it's the first or the second Bush administration. I'm going to go with the second. No,
somewhere in Bo's second year.
Yeah.
It would
no. Don't say that yet.
It would not be during the Bush administration.
Oh yeah,
Scotty, your next rap. Scotty, what would you say?
Oh, I'm gonna say I have no idea, by the way, but I would say somewhere in the last 10 years, maybe, but not the last 5.
Nope, Rav.
Okay.
I'm going with the Barack Obama administration.
That is correct.
Yes.
In the Barack Obama administration. In 2009, Nebraska, on Saturday, September 26th, defeated Louisiana Lafayette, the Raging Cajuns,
Yeah.
55-0.
That'll
Take
show
that,
'em.
Cajuns.
A game where Zach
remember that
Lee threw
Exactly.
for 238 yards and a touchdown. Cody Green,
Yeah.
who we talked about earlier, threw for 62 yards and a touchdown.
Nice.
Leading rusher on that in that game. Any guesses? Shouldn't be too difficult.
Oh, 2009.
2009.
Corey Ross.
Abdullah.
It was Roy Halou Jr.
Oh, yeah.
He was so good.
15.
He was a baller.
was so
I always
good.
forget
I
about
love
that.
Roy.
15 carries, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Probably played a half, didn't he?
Rex Burkhead had 6 carries for 27 yards.
Nice.
Those are a couple of good
Really?
running backs,
Yes,
by the way.
they were.
Yeah.
55-0. You guys, let's talk on the offensive side. All right, actually, we're going to
All
take a break. We're going to take a break.
Take a break.
And then we're going to talk more between the numbers
Oh.
with Tom and Scott.
They returned an interception for a touchdown.
Who did?
Yeah.
Larry Asante.
Yeah.
Asante.
That was great
Larry,
save.
hey,
Great save.
Great save.
Defensive
He
defense
played
guy.
for a while in the league.
He did.
Yeah,
He played for the
played for-
Titans,
Yeah.
I believe.
Cleveland or Titans?
Yeah, I think probably a little bit of both.
Larry Asante.
Well, he had a 74-yard pick six.
You notice how he knew Cleveland.
Oh, yeah, he
You know-
knew Cleveland.
Yeah.
Let's go Browns.
How about,
Yeah.
how about
Hatfield's
this?
a big Cleveland Browns fan.
How about this? Alex Henry in that game, 2 for 2 from field on field goals, 7 for 7 on extra points.
Guys, how
That's
good
all
would
they
that
ever
feel
did.
to beat
We
someone?
had kickers in the day.
Yes, we did.
He
All
might
right.
be the best.
55-0.
Oh, we got a kicker now, Tristan Ivano.
We do.
is
We
coming.
do. That get us. That, he is
Folks,
money.
we're going to kick this to break. When we come back, we're going to talk between the numbers between Tom and Scott on the offensive side, what they saw there, because the big question that I honestly have, and I think a lot of folks do, how will the transformation of our new quarterback be? Will he be generous with the ball, or we just take care of our own guys with it? We'll see. It's The Drive. We got Tom and Scott in the house, Nick holding it down, AD and Raff. It's The Ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and our Independence Day sale is underway with some great savings. Get 0.9% interest rates and trade-in bonus on select new models. You heard right, 0.9% interest rates going on at Coppell. In addition, I want to leave out our pre-owned inventory. So right now on all pre-owned cars, get $1,000 for bringing us your trade. And that's right, get $1,000 off any pre-owned car you trade in. So stop on in the store or at coppellcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Sometimes playing with a healthy fear is good because it makes you go, hunted out. Because the more tentative you are, I always told kids, I said, listen, if you don't like this and you don't want to play, don't play. Because you're going to be worse off and get probably hurt more by being tentative in your play as opposed to playing all out.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention that, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to Assault Dogs Baseball. The fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
The Southern Pecan Cake from Beatrice Bakery. They don't just let you call anything Southern, especially when it's baked right here in Nebraska. But there are standards you have to meet, like a rich, decadent, moist caramel cake? Check. Bursting with too many large pecans to count? Check. Big enough to share with the whole group? Check. But delicious enough that you won't want to share? A big check on that one. The Southern Pecan Cake, the newest cake to the Beatrice Bakery lineup. Try it for yourself at Beatrice Bakery. Online at BeatriceBakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break, and on behalf of the entire 93.7 The Ticket team, we are excited to announce this fall we are teaming up with Husker Extra for the Big Red Brunch. We'll have big names from now and the past from Husker Sports, and that all starts on Wednesday, August 9th for the Big Red Brunch Golf Scramble at Tiburon Golf Club in Gretna. Sign up to play today at omaha.com and find the Big Red Brunch tab. You won't want to miss this on August 9th at Tiburon in Gretna.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here, and I have an exclusive opportunity for you to win $500,000 by joining me in the Living Lucky with Luke Combs lottery experience. When it rains, it pours for lucky fans and lottery players who enter to win a chance of a lifetime. Join me in Nashville for a private concert at the iconic Ryman Auditorium in 2024. One lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000 at the end of the show.
Details at nelottery.com. Living Lucky with Luke Combs ticket. Top prize odds 1 in 128,000.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top-shelf liquor to crowd-favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
Proud to be voted Best Vape Shop.
Generation V.
Is thrilled to announce our newest location is now open at 27th and Superior.
Generation V.
Explore the largest selection of vape, Delta 8, Kratom, all your favorite brands of disposables, e-liquid, and premium THCA flower.
Generation V.
We'll guide you through our extensive collection to help you find the perfect fit.
Generation V.
With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, Seward, York, Kearney, and Beatrice. Visit our newest store now open at 27th and Superior in Lincoln. GenerationV.com. E6 contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln, Texas, on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florial's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. Whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch-up with old friends, Florial's is the perfect place to make special memories. All you have to do is visit florialsne.com or call 402-423-5576 to make your reservations or place takeout orders. Got it.
Big shout out to Bess and those guys at Florial. Appreciate you, y'all. Appreciate you. You guys, we talked about the defensive side of the ball, what kind of caught you guys' eyes, Tom and Scott. What about the offensive side of the ball? What are things that caught your eye during the spring game, practices that we've heard about, except you diagnosed?
There's a couple of good things there. First of all, you cannot watch that offense and not be excited about Billy Kemp. That guy, he's a difference maker. And he looks kind of like a Wandale type slot receiver that gets open.
Don't put him a running back.
Catches the ball in traffic. Exactly. Hopefully, it won't give him 30 carries a game.
Yeah.
That's the plan. They're just going to
go get him, Billy.
We're gonna do some H-back. We're going to start you with 10 ISOs up the middle. You're going to love it.
Billy Kemp looks good, and I think he's going to be, he's a guy that can make the first guy miss. He's going to be my hunch, just looking at it, is he has a chance to be the most, productive player on that offense. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Jeff Sims is a specimen. You just look at him. He's 6'4", and he can boogie. And last year, obviously, he had accuracy problems. There's no question about that. But I think I think the idea here with Jeff Sims is you get him into a new system with a new coordinator, and maybe they can slow the game down for him a little bit, and he can be a little bit more successful.
Let me talk about that real fast.
Yeah, because we were having a conversation about this during the break.
The one thing we can't have is Santa
Yeah, I threw
Claus.
a couple
We
things.
can't have Santa Claus at quarterback.
No.
We can't. And
no gifts.
We can't have it at quarterback. We can't have it at running back. I mean, at any position. We cannot give the ball away. Is there any reservations, Tom and Scott, that you have about the generosity he showed last year at Georgia Tech? Or does it go to your line of thinking that, well, new coach, new philosophy, new system?
Well, I'm optimistic that he won't be turning the ball over that much, but that's because I'm always optimistic, as a Husker fan. If I think of the Martinez experience,
The Martinez experience.
Was that not 8 years of the same thing?
It was
8 years of a guy just giving the other team the football. So we're so conditioned now, I think, to expect a couple of turnovers out of our quarterback. It would be a whole different deal if we could get a quarterback to hold on to the ball for the whole game. So, am I optimistic? Yes. Realistically, I think it'll take some work, but I am hopeful that with a new coordinator, things will change. Now, obviously, it's summertime. All we can talk about is what we're speculating.
Right.
Once the season gets going and we have some real data to look at, it'll
There
be
you
really
go.
exciting. But yeah, I think Jeff Sims has the physical characteristics to, carry this team a little bit as a transitional quarterback. If he improves, then he could be a real difference maker. There's no question about it.
I do want to point this out real quickly and put stock in this how you will. Phil Steele, in his college football preview magazine that he releases every year, he puts the top draft eligible players in his eyes, and he lists them out by positions. Jeff Sims, 52nd best quarterback in the country, according to Phil Steele.
So a first rounder is what you're saying? Is that what I'm hearing?
There it is. Jeff Sims.
Does that include any high school quarterbacks?
It only includes the seniors, juniors, and redshirt sophomores, since those are the only draft eligible guys.
Okay, so like half of Division I.
Yeah, all right, just half. He's in the upper half.
Yeah,
Division I quarterbacks.
I don't see you guys on that list.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You look at it though. What is Nebraska? Well, I think what their strength is I think the running back room is very strong.
Mm-hmm.
So what you do is you go to your strengths. Like I remember back in the Callahan era, you go to your strengths, run the ball, but we're throwing it. So run the ball. It'll make throwing easier, and you'll see if you sit him back there in 5 wide and you got him reading defense and stuff like that, he might play the role of Santa. But if you get the running game set up, you get him on play action, you get him on the edge, you play to his strengths, he'll be fine. But you just can't put him in those situations where you're in second and long and third and long all the time, and then you'll see it because he'll feel that he has to make things happen, and that's when you get
Start playing out of his level.
Don't you think they brought him in to run RPO and to run the ball and give him limited pass looks with play action, kind of what we saw in that first quarter? I think that's why they did that. We during the break, we were lamenting the fact that Casey wouldn't be here to complement that quarterback room, but he's a very different look. I mean, this is a different offense, and if Rule has shown anything, it's that he's not afraid to start over new. I mean, he'll burn it down if he has to.
And respect for Casey. I mean, let's be real about what he did last season with some without that much help. He was incredible, but I think I think that Nebraska is going to need a quarterback that's going to be durable. I'm not suggesting that Casey isn't durable, but the difference in size between Casey
and I think if I was behind that offensive line last year, I would have wanted to be 6'4", 240, right? Because the quarterbacks were on their skates. So we haven't even talked about offensive line. And I remember last night, Scott, you and I, we were looking at one freshman, right, on the left tackle side, that Gunnar Gatula. And I know he's a freshman, but he does have really good feet. You're not going to see him a lot. I mean, that'll be a 1 or 2 year project, but shout out to Hank Woods for always saying that guy was going to be a good player.
Sky Hank, baby.
So here's where I land on the quarterbacks, guys. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on it too, since you guys just watched it, obviously. I think the most important piece that I was disappointed in that decided Casey, with Casey leaving, is that Nebraska had an opportunity in front of them to have a true and authentic quarterback competition. They had a really good opportunity ahead of them to have a just gutted out quarterback competition. Two guys that are both starting quality. And I understand now in
This is
college
Nick,
football,
the media guy, talking.
No,
drama.
I understand that they're like transfer portal and stuff, and I'm glad Casey found a spot with his former coach Tom Herman down at FAU. But when was Nebraska's last? You talk about doing stuff differently. When was Nebraska's last true, authentic quarterback competition? I mean, you can't say Adrian and Tristan Gebbia.
I remember it.
You can't say. I mean, it
has to be that one, isn't it?
Is it Taylor Martinez and Cody Green in 2010? Is that the most recent that we can think of?
I wouldn't even see Gebbia and Martinez because that's why Gebbia left.
Yeah.
Who was the other kid
we
that
all
was here
knew.
when Gebbia came?
Well,
There was another one.
Oh, there was another one.
There was another one.
Patrick O'Brien.
PLB. That's right. That's right.
Patrick O'Brien, POB feels like the Heinrich Harburg, where everybody's talking about him. He's just never there.
Yeah.
He's just never there.
Right.
Everybody's talking
It's like
about
the Great Gatsby.
Yeah, exactly.
Did quarterback competitions kind of die with the transfer portal?
Yes.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Is that's where it's a little just disappointing because I don't know who the better quarterback of the two was between Casey and Jeff. And I think a true fall football conversation or topic or decide
fall duel,
just grind it out and go at it.
Right. I love it.
I think that's something that Nebraska just hasn't had in so long.
It's a system question, I think, for these guys, right? Like, you know, the system that they're going to run, I think, is going to be more RPO oriented. And I have no idea, but I'm guessing it was pretty clear to Casey that they were going to run this guy up the line a lot.
I think it worked out well for Coach World that Casey decided. I mean, would he have liked to have him? He says it, but you would have torn the fan base apart a little bit if he would have stayed and they would have named Jeff Sims the starting quarterback. I think Casey should have been here because I mean, like we said, Casey was a warrior last year. He played great football. But you were risking with the quarterback controversy. You're taking the chance.
As a first-year head coach,
Will's been doing is trying to bring that fan base back together and bring it all back together. And all of a sudden, that first year, you got a quarterback controversy, and you got half the state going, "I want Jeff Sims," and the other half going, "I want Casey Thompson," or 60.
But it doesn't matter what they're saying because you're getting paid X amount of money to make the decision. You're getting paid so much money, and Husker football fans just put their trust in Matt Rule on that. Hey, he's picking the best guy. But guys, look at the quarterback room for goodness sakes. You had 5 guys at the start of spring ball, and you have
3.
You have Jeff Sims, who we don't really know a whole lot about.
No,
and you have you lose Logan Smothers, who granted didn't look great. He wasn't a Heisman guy,
right?
But he had the most experience. Chubba, you're like, if Jeff Sims goes down, where's Nebraska turn? Where does Nebraska turn? Heinrich Harburg or Chubba Purdy? Chubba Purdy did not play well at all last year.
No.
And so, like, I think the conversation around the quarterback room, in my eyes, has just changed so dramatically in the last 6 months because there's a part of me that thought, all right, either Logan Smothers or Casey Thompson's going to stick around.
I wonder, though.
And then you lose both of them.
You know
and
what,
you go,
though?
oh, boy.
Nick, you called it, though. We were just talking. You're like, after things kind of said, you said, they're gone. I'm like, what do you? I said, no, you said, they're gone. They're going to leave.
Yeah.
Because I think the decision was already made on who the guy's going to be.
Well, they couldn't
in
have
January.
both. They couldn't have both because neither of those two quarterbacks, Sims or Casey Thompson, were going to be here together.
No,
and they knew that, and the coaches knew that, and they picked a horse, right? And the horse was a bigger guy that could get on his skates that fit their system.
And I think the days of having 2 legitimate, starting quarterbacks are. They're thin. I mean, I don't think we're going to have those days anymore.
Especially
where you
NIL.
had Tommy Frazier and you had Brooke behind him, you had a guy behind him, and you had all that. That's those in the
days are
NIL
gone.
era and in the transfer portal era. That stuff's not happening.
I will say, though, I'm sorry, go ahead, AD.
Because those guys will say, if I was this close to playing here, I can go someplace else.
Yeah, I can go make $80,000 and play at another school.
But now you have to understand, though, like, if Minnesota can do it, Nebraska can do it.
Yeah,
Minnesota just had Tanner Morgan, who had been there forever.
You want him now?
But no, I'm saying, but no. This is.
Do you want him?
No. It's the talent that's there, though. I don't necessarily want Tanner Morgan, but you had Tanner Morgan, and then you had Kaliak Manis, who came in against, guess who, Nebraska last year and won that game for Minnesota. Nebraska loses their starting quarterback.
Can
we go
back to the Minnesota game?
But Nebraska, their starting quarterback gets injured, and the drop-off is so significant.
Oh, it's night and day.
The drop-off is so significant. We were saying Luke McCaffrey was serviceable.
Hey, but you know where that comes from? Lack of development.
That's what I'm saying. If you looked at Purdy last year,
but if you look at like 75% of the schools out there, if the starting quarterback goes down, you got a train wreck happening. I mean,
not at your.
I don't think
I don't think
man.
it's 75, Raff.
I mean,
because look at Minnesota. Minnesota, what did they finish the season ranked at?
They don't ask.
Did
They don't ask their quarterback to do anything.
Yeah, Raff, I think it depends on system. First of all, I think it depends on coach and system.
Coach. I mean, I think it depends on coach. Like you're talking about
coach and system.
Purdy looked like we know he's a talented kid. We know he works hard. He looked completely ill-prepared last year. And he didn't look ill-prepared in the sense that he didn't do the work. He looked ill-prepared in the sense that maybe his coaches didn't have him ready. You know, sometimes that happens. I mean, I remember in the Callahan era where they used to give 97% of the reps to the number one quarterback.
To everybody.
To everybody.
Those guys,
that might be a little low.
Yeah, right, exactly.
There was a lot of people, and I'm telling you right now, former coaches, I'm not going to say names, have told me this. In past regimes, even up to one we had last time, a lot of guys standing around.
Yep.
And a lot of guys standing around.
And AD, you remember it back in the day, how many stations there
We
were?
were in
You
4
never
stations.
stopped. You
Dude,
never stopped.
The guys like me ran just as many plays as the first team.
You actually felt like you were in practice.
Exactly. Because Coach Osborne would tell us at any given moment, a player could go down.
Right.
At any given moment. We are doing a disservice to this state, to this program, to this organization, to the players, if everybody's not prepared to play.
That's right.
But yet we've heard that same commentary for the past, 15 years. All the guys standing around.
Yeah. I think the jury's out on Chuba this year. I think that there is a chance that he could, after a year of maturity and some different coaching, he could look like a different player. I will say, it's going to be nice when we have something to actually look at besides the spring game and a couple of practices, but he did throw a couple of nice balls in that game. Harburg did not throw a lot of good balls in that game. But I do think that coaching matters. The other thing that I think we've gotten away from at Nebraska, we have all these linemen that come in, and I hear people talking about this lineman's terrible, that lineman's terrible. Back in the day, it used to be you got here and you redshirted, and then you worked really hard. And if you were like a superstar, potential All-American, you might have got on the field when you were a junior as a lineman. And now we have these kids that come in and we're expecting them to play in their first and second year.
Yeah, and they're 18 years old.
They're 18 years old.
In the Big Ten.
In the Big Ten. You look at the Gachula kid from Southeast. He looks awesome. He's a true freshman. I mean, he is going to be fantastic. But do you throw him to the Wolves right away? I mean, and I think that's something that we've gotten away from, is actually developing players.
Weird.
Fellas, we appreciate you guys. That's Tom and Scott. Between the numbers with Tom and Scott, this is going to be a regular feature. We can't wait to have these guys back.
How
on the
regular?
show.
Once a year, you got a boss.
And many would argue that's too much.
It's The Drive with AD and Raff. It was great having Tom and Scott in the house. Nick's holding it down. It's The Ticket. We'll be right back with RGT and AG Attitude Adjustment. We'll be right back.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to 100 new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great. We're
definitely coming back.
For sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobbleshed GMC, and our Independence Day sale is underway with some great savings. Get 0.9% interest rates and a trade-in bonus on select new models. You heard right, 0.9% interest rates going on at Koppel. In addition, we didn't want to leave out our pre-owned inventory, so right now on all pre-owned cars, get $1,000 for bringing us your trade, and that's right, get $1,000 off any pre-owned car you trade in. So stop on in the store or at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
Bagels and Joe is the for lunch in July. There any more breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Grill Network. 4 locations in Lincoln, Bagels and Joe.
Hey, CNC machinists, do you feel like you're in a dead-end job with your boss hovering over your shoulder? That's so annoying. Not at Garner Industries. We provide the opportunity and trust our CNC machinists to bring the talent. I'm HR Director at Garner Industries, and we're looking for new team members in our CNC department. At Garner Industries, you'll work in a climate-controlled environment with team members who want to see you succeed. You will also enjoy 4-day work weeks, great benefits, and a positive working culture. Interested? Apply on our career page at garnerindustries.com.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break, and on behalf of the entire 93.7 The Ticket team, we are excited to announce this fall we are teaming up with Husker Extra for the Big Red Brunch. We'll have big names from now and the past from Husker Sports, and that all starts on Wednesday, August 9th for the Big Red Brunch Golf Scramble at Tiburon Golf Club in Gretna. Sign up to play today at omaha.com and find the Big Red Brunch tab. You won't want to miss this on August 9th at Tiburon in Gretna.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Now through July 19th, you can join for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 convenient locations worldwide and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. Whether you're a newbie or a gym pro, you belong in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, July 19th. See Home Club for details.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is now open in Lincoln. Shop our expansive collection of wine, beer, spirits, and cigars at 5040 North 27th Street. From top shelf liquor to crowd favorite beer, Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits has a beverage for every taste and every budget. Plus, join our loyalty program to earn rewards and save on future purchases. Shop Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits at 5040 North 27th Street in Lincoln. That's 5040 North 27th Street.
The Ticket Water Cooler.
Typically, you kind of think of Nebraska as far as in-state recruiting as might not get the skill position players, but you can pepper in some offensive linemen and maybe a linebacker here and there. This class is led by its in-state skill position players now. I mean, you're thinking down the line, you could 3 or 4 years from now have Daniel Kalen lining up with Davon Holland, Isaiah McMorris, and now Carter Nelson. Those are all your skill position.
Keeping the highly talented, highly ranked players that are in the state with you at the home state school is a step in the right direction.
It's Lincoln's home for sport on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Chris Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, wrapping up another show. It is Tuesday. It's probably about that time.
You ready to hit it, Raff?
We got the black shirt with us.
Yeah,
too.
we got Terrell.
Oh, yeah.
It's 10:01. I need you guys to get offline right quick. You're messing up Talk Show.
Yeah, I love this song, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. I'll turn it up even louder.
Feel free to
for you.
sing along, Terrell.
Yeah.
Well, my headphones are down. I'm so grateful for that.
Raff, listen,
Well,
Black
we
Shirt,
can
don't
turn
you
that up over
don't
there.
you want to just marinate in this song coming up?
Turn his headphones up over there before we get rolling.
Oh, there it is. Oh, that one there.
Can you hear us? Okay, Terrell.
Right there.
Test,
Okay.
test, 1, 1, 2.
All right, yeah, no, he likes them loud. He likes it loud.
He likes. Oh yeah, you like this song loud.
Here we go.
Raff's good take. Good take right now.
Terrell.
It's raining.
that
was his rain dance. It's actually raining over my head.
Raff, go ahead, man.
for
Who
us
you got?
today, Raff?
Who you got?
All right, today's Raff's good take goes out to the No Coast Roller Derby. They had a super successful event Saturday night at the Icebox. They've got cards. I want one of those, by the way. So if any of the No Coast Roller Derby team is listening, I want some of those collectors cards. Just they're doing great things. They're out there, making the community, giving something for the community to do on Saturday nights. They go back into action, I believe, on the 22nd again at the Icebox. So if you have not been out to support, get out there, support the No Coast Roller Derby.
The AD2 attitude adjustment today, and a big shout out to the girls too out there. We appreciate them being on our show this week. They'll definitely be back on again. The AD attitude adjustment for today. So I'm going to ask you this real quick. First of all, it's brought to you by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals over the state of Nebraska. Full-time, part-time days, evenings, weekends, help ensure meaningful life for the people who have their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. This is going to supplement the AD attitude adjustment. Terrell's we joke around and tease each other quite a bit. Terrell, the attitude you had to have to get back up, what was the mindset you had, bro?
Oh man, you put me on the spot with this one, AD. I don't know, man. It has to be courage, man. You have to have a lot of courage to do something that you're not used to doing. It takes a lot inside you to go forward with something that you got to put your mind to, and you got to do it. So it's a lot of things combined with it. It's people like you that help people like me, and it's
and vice versa.
It's a lot of things. Like Ricky Simmons, he's a great help. And most of the things, just believe in yourself.
Right.
Believe in yourself and believe in God, and I think everything else will take its place.
Little bro, you nailed it. In particular, with the courage part, as it takes courage to do something you haven't done before, and it's a daily decision.
Yeah.
And sometimes you make that decision a few times throughout the day.
Yeah.
In the quote here, folks, that I wrote down: success is a choice, and failure is a choice. But if you want success, just like Terrell said, it's going to take courage. Maybe you're dealing with something today out there, folks, that you haven't done before, as Terrell mentioned. It takes courage, and it takes some people around you. Terrell mentioned me, but I'm going to say Terrell has been there for me, vice versa. We're just there for each other. Ricky, the big bro, has been there for all of us, but it takes courage to even ask for help. Yeah. Courage to say, I need help. So if you're going through something today, whether it's physical, financial, spiritual, emotionally, psychologically, it takes courage to simply say, I need help. Success is a choice, and so is failure. And usually failure deals with, a lot of times, it's a lack of courage to ask for that help. Folks, that was the drive. We had a great show. We appreciate Scotty and Tom being with us between the numbers. Appreciate the Black Shirt. You definitely want to stick with them. I know they're going to talk. Terrell, what do you guys got on tap today, my man?
I got to get out of this rain right quick. I don't know.
Captain, the captain's going to have a great show for you, the Black Shirt as well. Raff, take us home, bro.
All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day, and we will talk to you tomorrow.